Hi, welcome back into the Happy Place Garden. I'm Melinda, and today it's not quite such a happy day in the Happy Place Garden because I just came over to check out my raspberries and finish doing the cleanup because, life gets in the way and I didn't get it all done. I've noticed a bunch of problems with my raspberry bed, so I thought I would take you in and kind of show you what I'm dealing with and come up with my plan of what I'm going to do about it for this year. Okay, the first thing I noticed is these little dots, which it looks like yellow rust, which is a fungus disease. You can see here even more on this. It's these little yellow dots. And they are affecting so many of the leaves. And here is another issue. It looks like I've got some insect damage, like a leaf miner type of issue. I was looking to try and find the culprit, and so far I haven't found it. So if you know what it is specifically, feel free to comment. And then another issue is this. I've got a bunch of leaves that are kind of falling off. It looks like it's gotten eaten. So that's there, here, up here. So I don't know if that's slug or snail that has come up or if it's part of the insect that is doing the leaf miner activity. So it's really sad because I waited too long and didn't notice the problem until now. Because we already have little buds. We've got raspberries that are already starting to form because they've been pollinated by bees, and the bees are happy all over the flowers. If you can see them over here. You can see down here I did not finish cleaning up all the weeds out from underneath. I started pruning out and weeding in the middle, but just didn't get to the rest of it. And little education on raspberries. We have the primo canes, which are the first year growth, so like primo. And here's one for this year that you can see. It's either kind of a purpley pinky tinge and then it will turn green. So this is this year's primo cane, and these canes, where they're more brown, those are called fluoro canes, and those are the ones that will fruit this year. The primo canes will fruit next year. So when I started pruning this year, I pruned out the fluoro canes from last year. So they'll be dead branches. They won't have any signs of new growth this year, and pretty much done from last year. So this is a fluorocane that we got fruit on last year that's now dead and needs to be pruned out. But it's interesting though, in that there's still a little bit of life on it. But typically in the early spring you can see the ones that are brown and look really dead versus the ones that have new growth. Here's some dead tops over here too. So prevention is key. And so part of this problem is my fault, and that since I broke my back last year, as you know, I didn't get out here getting everything cleaned up at the end of the season. I didn't get it weeded last year, and so there's buttercup and all sorts of different weeds in the bed of the raspberries and leaf debris, and I didn't thin them out at the end of the summer or early fall. So that it's really important to prevent rust and fungal diseases, to have good air circulation, and to pick up the dead leaf debris, and to do that end of the season pruning out of the fluorocanes, so the ones that fruited, and prune those out for the next year. So what am I going to do about it? I'm really sad in that if I do what you should do, or what the experts tell you to do, is to remove all of these plants and burn them or throw them away. Do not compost them. And that would be the best way to try and prevent it. I should probably rotate where I have them next year as well, but this is kind of my spot that I have for my raspberries. So I don't really want to do that because, like I said, they are already fruiting. I can see the fruit on them already, and it is mid-May, and usually we start getting fruit by mid-June here. So I think I'm just going to let them go as far as not pruning them down to the ground, or removing them, pruning them out. And then I'm going to use some neem max because that does say on the label that it will work for yellow rust. So I might try that, but I cannot spray that when the insects are still out. So and the bees and all the pollinators. So I'm going to wait until maybe after sundown or very, very early tomorrow morning and spray them, and possibly cut out some of the leaves that have the most rust damage and discard that. And then I will finish weeding the bed and maybe give them some good fertilizer and see if that helps. So super disappointing in myself that I wasn't able to clean this out and get it taken care of last year or early spring and be able to identify these issues early. But I thought it would be helpful to share with you what I'm dealing with, and maybe you can keep an eye out on your raspberries and prevent that from happening for you in the future. And so thanks so much for watching and learning a little bit with me, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.